right? Yeah. Oh, welcome back, guys and gals. Jet Scott here as always, and behind me you'll see Dad working on a project, because in today's video we're going to pick up some more awesome parts from our new friend Kirk, because he offered us a deal that was just way too good to say no. And if you can't tell what it's for, we may have finally found what we've been looking for. So, hope you enjoy the video. Here's to another fun road trip and to more making noise. Oh, well, deja vu, and welcome back everybody to another adventure video. This is not the same adventure video, but oddly enough, in this adventure that we're taking today, we are going not to a different place, but the same place we were just at in the last video. And that is because, well, actually we have a new person joining us today. Not really new, but Anna's with us today. So, we're headed out to Kirk's place once again because he hit me with a deal that basically just said, okay, I'll go broke for that deal. So we are headed out to Kirk's place to pick up something that's hopefully gonna just be really freaking sweet. Well, guys and gals, so we haven't really gotten off the beaten path just yet. We are still on the main road. I don't know, we passed up the home of the butt club. We did pass up the home. It's the Home for Two Butt Club at the steakhouse, which is a horrible advertising. I mean, it left me with more questions about why I'd want to go in there, but it did look like it would be pretty good. Anyways, what we really just needed right now was a good old onwards. I do want to address one little thing about the wooded areas headed out towards where Kirk is. The reason why there was no banjo music is because there was an extreme lack of sketchy log cabins. Okay, now I know when I rolled up looking the way I do, maybe there should have been a banjo playing. But we also have Anna now, so she is actually from the South, so as far as connoisseur of banjos and other things and hill people, we'll leave her to be the judge if we're headed in the right direction. Right, Anna? Okay, at least we know we got an expert with us this time. Alrighty, so between losing phone signal and just about everything else, we are now taking a completely different path. And yeah, our pavement literally just turned to gravel. Look at that stone wall. That's actually really freaking cool. You can see that and appreciate.
Can you imagine all the people that had to
oh yeah,
wagon loads of rock?
Just having to lay all that by hand. Holy crap.
I picked up the rock out of the fields.
This is one of those things that's fun about adventures. And like I said, I don't like to film other people's properties, but you never know the kind of stuff you're going to see when you take these adventures, and you wind up losing phone signal and getting lost, and here we are again. Look at that squirrel. I bet you he's going to get his banjo. Oh boy, now we're getting into the good stuff. Here we go. This kind of does look like South Carolina, just a little bit. Except for there's like twice as many trees. But see, yeah, in South Carolina.
We have a lot of trees. Water bridge.
Look at that.
Kind of like going to your buddy's house.
This reminds me of going to Sean's house when I was a little kid.
If we were by my dad's house, around the corner would be a giant waterfall.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Alright, what's above the hill? Oh, there's a stop sign, and we're going to turn right there. Look at that civilization. Somehow we have avoided the crazy hollows of last time, and now we're on this beautiful road. I don't know where the heck we're going, what path we're taking, but you know what? Dad, you've always had a good saying. Always an adventure.
Get on a good road, stay on it.
That was
all you say.
That was the wrong saying.
Oh, that's the wrong saying.
I was going with it's always an adventure.
It's always an adventure.
And you're turning right up here.
Yeah.
Onwards. Ooh, That property up there is almost seeming like it may warrant a banjo.
That looks more like Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. Hey, Dad. Drive cautiously. I don't.
Drive cautiously. Drive past real quick.
No, don't drive too quick. It's crappy gravel. All right. Onwards to Kirk's. And hopefully you guys see this video and we don't get massacred by creepy house on the hill up here. We're just not gonna stop. I think that's the best solution. Just don't stop. No, I didn't say stop for directions. Definitely don't. Oh God, it's getting worse as we get closer.
It's like the door's open.
The door is wide open. That's not creepy at all. Just because I knew I forgot to say it about the creepy house on the hill. Onwards past the creepy house on the hill. I would say we have arrived finally. All of the super cool Dodge trucks. Thank you, Kirk. Now let's see what you got for us. Oh boy, I see the 71 out. The orange truck. Alrighty, well we are at Kirk's now and I am sporting my Dust Devil Garage t-shirt. Dad is wearing our new Barely Cuda t-shirt. Dad's more of a man than I am, so sorry I can't really show off too much of Brian's logo. But these shirts turned out killer. And right now we are checking out our new engine from Kirk here. So, Dad. So what we got here is a 400 that Kirk is sporting us with a B-body 4-speed. So, I mean, you really couldn't get any better than this whole package here. So we're gonna get this valve cover off, check it out.
See what heads were on there?
No, I didn't check the casting on them, no. Let's see, we'll pause the video. Trying to remember the casting date for a 902 head. It's not a 906. It's like a variation on a 452, I believe. But this is a 400, but what's neat is it does have the thin balancer here with no counterweight. One thing that's kind of interesting is I wonder if they cut the input shaft on that, because typically 400s aren't set up for 4 speeds. They don't have the crankshafts drilled for the pilot, so that's interesting. We'll see exactly what year this 400 is. Of course, we can also just go right to the ID pad, it's a low deck, and just see what year we're dealing with. Alrighty, so with a little bit of decoding here, it's a J400, so that'd be 73. Kirk checked his computer, the 902 are 73 heads. So we have a 73 date coded 400. So at the end of the day, whether or not this winds up in the car we teased at earlier, this could still always wind up back in my 73 Satellite because, well, it's got a date coded 451 stroker for 73, but I'm always happy to have date code correct engines, and plus one this clean, that's freaking sweet. Thank you again, Kirk. I'd love to show you, but I know you don't want to be on camera. But we'll show off some of the other cool stuff. Because now we get a good side shot of this guy. That's a gorgeous car. Keep on coming. All right, you ready to stop? Try and do this with nice and gentle. Yeah, I probably want to put back some more. One more of those. Did you get all that, Anna?
I think so.
Thank you, Kirk. You're a man. Now Now we got ourselves a Big Block 400 and a 4-speed. Well, that's what we paid Kirk that. And a bunch of other cool stuff, but you guys have to wait till we get home to see that. Old Dollar once again. And we got ourselves all sorts of greatness. I can't tell you how excited I am. Hopefully we should be able to make it run. We got ourselves the 4-speed here, 69 for 70. A really nice transmission. And as it turns out, an 11-inch bell housing. So hopefully once we get home, we're gonna maybe see if we can get this thing running for you guys. We also got ourselves some freaking seats and 489 case with a sure grip. A couple of carburetors. How you feeling, Dad?
I think we made a killing.
I think so. I think we,
And seats.
those seats are nice. Those are gonna be really nice in anything. But you want to show off, Dad? How's that Barracuda shirt treating you?
Well, it's doing pretty good so far.
You pretty happy with it?
Well, it's warm.
Does it make you feel cool?
Makes me feel like a barracuda.
Or does it make you feel like the guy who left a particular Ook Tredis Scott left a review on Tony's website at Gunslinger Graphix
Really.
about what it feels like to wear that t-shirt? So, if you guys are interested, get one of those shirts. Gunslinger Graphix. Link is in the description below and in the pinned comment. And we have Scott Speed Shop Classic t-shirts coming and Jezebel themed shirts coming. Photos here. So, what do you guys say? We head out from Kirk's and we head home, so that way we can start working on getting all this stuff operational. What says you did?
Kind of miss that slip yoke.
Yeah, maybe we ought to go ahead and get that slip yoke.
Well, we should.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, before we hit the road, just want to show you good old Kirk once again hooking us up. We got ourselves some mufflers. I didn't know if I showed you our 489 case. We got the seats there, the engine, just gifts that keeps on giving. So I want to give a big thank you to Kirk again. Kirk, I'm not filming you, I promise. But thank you again, man. Alrighty, back home. I take it you didn't want to stop and get the 2-butt steak deal, did?
Damn it, I forgot about that.
Oh, well, we got ourselves a truckload of freaking awesome stuff again from Kirk. Thank you again, man. Now we're on our way back home, which is that way, so we can get all this stuff unloaded, show it all to you in depth, and maybe have some fun. What says you, Dad? You ready?
We can only hope.
So, onwards.
Onward.
Alrighty, well, we are back home, and you'll see our 400 4-speed combo is currently, Dad's working on adaptations for it. We just got one side of the block drain. We're gonna get ready to do the other side here in a bit, but just want to show you that this transmission's actually, besides it being horribly painted green, it's actually a 1970 date coded B-body 4-speed. And that's an 11-inch bell housing, indeed, what Kirk was telling us. You can see by that hump right there. So this is some pretty fancy stuff attached to this 400, which has got me kind of baffled because it's a 73 model 400-1 block. Right there you'll see. Nothing special there. Haven't looked at the VIN pad to see if it says anything. But it's got the original water pump right here. It's got this big alternator bracket for like a motor, for like a, probably a police car or something, or maybe taxi. But we also have the thin steel dampener. This is kind of what's boggling me here, is either someone put a steel crank in this engine, or it has one in it, or someone just put the balancer on it. Because as far as I know, there's not very many 400s. I know there's probably a handful out there, probably 72s and whatnot, that had forged steel cranks. This one, I doubt it, being a 73, but who knows. And so either this transmission's got a cut input shaft with one of the little bearing adapters you can put in the back of the crankshaft. Or maybe we got a 383 crank in a 400, or maybe this dang thing's an old stroker engine. Who freaking knows? But we're gonna hopefully get her fired up and get her cleaned up. And well, if you can't tell, that's the home. This is the motivation. How you feeling, Dad? It's a little chilly today, actually. To be perfectly honest, we went from getting just warm enough, like into the 60s, and then it went back down real hard. Like it snowed yesterday morning.
15 day.
And like 15 degrees day. It's a little nipply, let's just say that much. So we're gonna get to work on cleaning this thing up, getting the coolant drained out of it, whatnot, so we can get her in the shop and work on getting this one fired up. Precision work at its finest. We got one guy holding the bucket. We got one guy manhandling the transmission. Where'd you pick? Oh, crap. Anna, pick. Hurry. We're gonna need to pick because we're probably gonna find Dookie in there. Okay, I am officially really cold, but I am documenting this simply for the fact of documentation. So I've been sitting here brake cleaning the engine. I have discovered this thing is basically the same color scheme as Dad's jet boat, which if you guys have never seen, whoever built it loved the colors red, yellow, and blue. Because yeah, that's all I'm seeing here. We're seeing some bluish turquoise kind of going on right there. Obviously this yellow and red here don't belong on this engine, being a 73. But yeah, we got some of that blue there, but the bell housing, you know, none of this belongs to the 73 model engine. But we do have, I believe, some turquoise there, maybe some blue, not quite sure, but this is an 11-inch bell housing. This thing is unfortunately green. But I think she's gonna clean up pretty good. Alrighty, well, we degreased the absolute crap out of this thing until you can see just about, well, most of everything. We'll give her a little twirly twirl. Bring her on around. So unfortunately the green is still there. We got a lot of that nice turquoise starting to show through on the bell housing, which is actually true Chrysler turquoise. And then the engine itself has got a little bit of corporate blue. It's got a lot of the red on it, some of that yellow. We got a VIN pad here, but I don't think we got a whole lot there. It's a 400 block, like I said earlier, -1, which is pretty neat. That steel balancer and all that other stuff. Oh, in case anybody is curious about this, we'll just there we go. Hopefully there was enough of that you could focus on. If not, I took a picture. Alrighty, so I think now it is time to get this daggone thing in the shop and see about making it make rumbly sounds. Alrighty, so here she comes.
Where do you want to go?
That's pretty good right there. We'll get her situated on some kind of apparatus. Oh, it's in the shop now at least. Alright, Dad. Did we just build the world's cheapest go-kart or what? Holy dang. So that's my, oh God, I don't know about that side, Dad. Before you gave that the good old wiggle test, holy crap. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, get them closer to the wheel.
This is kind of just temporary, just to hear this thing bark, trust us. We're not gonna resort to full hokey like we did on this 383. Well, actually, I'm not gonna promise that because that ratchet strap looks pretty handy right now. Mom, can you get that ratchet strap loose for us? Oh! Alrighty, we are in revision number, what revision is this, Dad?
15.
About 15. Mom, do we have your approval on this revision? Well, you didn't really look, but I mean the thumbs up was good enough. Oh, okay, you actually giving us a thumbs up on it? The front end is, see, where I was working the engineering department, where Mom helped me, we're doing pretty good. I don't know what was going on up here, but I mean, it's I mean, it just wobbles a little bit.
It needs some stability.
But for now, I think it's good enough. We're ready to cut her loose, Dad.
Run away.
Ah, there we go. So now we got our 400 4-speed in the shop. Ah.
Pinch your blood again.
You guys getting that crap figured out? No? Mom, what'd you think of Anna's door?
I like it.
Which I can't even remember.
I can't wait to see it done.
Oh yeah. Anna's working on some more. I don't even know. I don't think it's going to come through on camera what Anna's working on now, but oh yeah.
I think it's going to be awesome when she's done.
I think so for sure.
Really.
Well, I don't know about pushing this thing around right now, but we're going to do a little more price and brace work. Maybe, probably not. I don't know. We'll wait until Mom goes home, and then we'll move it around, because then we won't have to worry about Mom, telling us don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, Mom won't be worrying about us. Alrighty, guys and gals, so this is where we're going to call it a night, because, well, I think if we continue any further, we're going to wind up with just some of the hokiest of hoke that no one can even begin to imagine. Ain't that right, Mom? You know.
Yeah.
If we continue on, as the sun sets here in Kansas, the levels of quality start to match the qualities of weld on that exhaust pipe right there. Oh yeah, only the finest. So I think it's probably for the best that we call it a night and we reconvene tomorrow. Get this thing mounted a little more stable. Find top dead center. Get it whirling around. Distributor, wire, carburetor, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually figure out how to put a little itty bitty rear end right there and just like build a go-kart.
Yeah, whatever. That can go in my little VW you guys are going to make me.
Now that I'm okay. I forgot Mom was all for the Barracuda build until I said I was going to race it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But building dangerous death traps that we just play around here on a property, that's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
I got the best family in the world. All right. I guess we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Alrighty, guys and gals. So Dad's over there working on another project, and I'm here with the 400 because today we're working on getting this thing fired up. So the first operation is, well, we got that rag out of there. We got her cleaned up a little bit more. We got a cam number there. We can see cam lobes and stuff. And no, we're not going to pull the intake or anything because it's supposed to be a runner. So we got our intermediate shaft in there. We're going to be pulling all the plugs. We're going to check all the cylinders one more time. Verify TDC, pull the valve covers, check all that. And we're going to get a distributor plugged in this thing. First, we got to find a distributor. Well, there was one in this 3D3, but I don't know if I'm going to trust that guy. I do believe in this cabinet there might be 1 or 2 distributors, but yeah, I think those are all way too cool. There is that funky guy, but something about that, I just don't know if that's going to work. And on to where we keep all of the prize distributors. Definitely not the junk pile. Oh yeah, this is where the good stuff is. Alright, we're going to get ourselves a low deck distributor, hopefully with some plug wires and some points, and we'll hot wire this bad girl so that way we know we're going to have fire. Let's see what we got in here. Alrighty, well I think we found ourselves a low deck fella. I'm going to go double check it. But we're missing our Mallory cap, but I think we could probably find 1 or 2 Mallory caps and probably a set of plug wires laying around somewhere in here. Alrighty, so our Mallory dual point distributor was a perfect fit. We're just going to go ahead and put on this atrociously beautiful yellow distributor clamp again. And now we're going to pull some plugs, check those out. So, got all the spark plugs out. Everything looks really good. I mean, it's rich, but that ain't no big deal. All the cylinders look clean. Kirk wasn't hiding nothing. So now we're going to get you up on the old super fancy tripod here, and we're going to get her turned over. We're going to find top dead center. We got our distributor set in there. And yeah, and then eventually we'll figure out how we're gonna stabilize the front of this thing so that way it doesn't, you know, try and throw itself off. Alrighty, so over on this side, we did say something about something leaking out of it. And appears to be a little bit of just fresh water came out of this cylinder here, which would be number 6. Oil looked pretty good to me, I thought.
Yeah, oh, good.
Yeah, which this is a really funky dipstick setup. I've never quite seen that, but yeah, that's a little bit concerning, but that looks like fresh water. That's not antifreeze. So there's really no green to it. So kind of interesting about that. It had coolant in it though. Yeah, so don't know where that came from. So I guess now we'll get her, worry about getting the starter hooked up so we can get her spinning over. And hopefully, well, hopefully there ain't a crack of that cylinder. That would really, that'd really bum me out on this whole deal. Because honestly, for as cool as that transmission is, I really just wanted the good running 400. So, okay, I'll be perfectly honest. I've never dealt with one of these Edelbrock Streetmaster intakes, but when I open it up and I see oil, it looks like oil sitting down in there, kind of makes me wonder what the heck is going on. Grab a screwdriver. Alrighty, so yeah, that's just a hole. It ain't going nowhere. It don't really smell like oil. Kind of a little bit like gas, but I'm not really sure what that is. I guess there's always one way to find out. See if it lights on fire. Alright, light test. Well, whatever it is, it does burn. Well, if we needed a really tiny little torch to go questing down a cavern, Dad, we have created that.
Yeah, gone.
Because it will not go out. Except for with the front boots. The front boots will knock it out. I don't know what that crap is inside of there. That's a little worrying.
Pulled up gas.
Gas, maybe some oil. I don't know. It's pretty dark. So I'll try and get that cleaned out while you continue working on the electronics. Alright, the mystery fluid was gas. It is literally just this weird cavity in the intake. This intake is exceptionally funky with this spacer too. I didn't know the Big Block Streetmasters did the same funky stuff. I will probably be trying to find something much better for this engine because this intake just looks, well, just a little bit restrictive, if you don't know what I mean. So, I guess I'm going to figure out a carburetor for this bad girl and gaskets, and Dad's working on getting the whirly bit working.
We got a battery cable?
Probably. Alright, so, wiring harness is getting done. Dad's working on them and put all the plugs back in it. And we're going to work on getting the wires hooked up, and we're going to go straight for the fire. No test spinning it over, no nothing. We blew out that cylinder. It was just rainwater. What it looks like may have got through where the carburetor was not sealed up very good, because I don't think there was really much going on as far as sealing there. So, get some gaskets here, figure out a carburetor, and see if we can make this old girl run for you. So, here's to it, Dad. Alrighty, guys and gals, so what a time lapse, what a hyperlapse. Holy crap, what a bunch of stuff got done. Had some issues with carburetor spacers. Basically all those thread holes were, they're about this much life left in them. Very little. But was able to get studs put in all of them. Got the carburetor on with a smaller spacer there. It's a really crappy intake, it really is. Dad's got some beautiful wiring going on with the old, well, this is our original run stand box here. And he's got it just kind of, I mean, it's just temporary because this is all very, very temporary. It's just to see if this thing's going to do anything. So we should have number 1 found. We're on top dead center. Mark verified down there. And we marked number 1 right here where the rotor bug is facing. So it's either going to backfire or not. And then if it does, we'll just flip it 180 out. Then it should run in theory. Dad's getting ready to hook up the oil pressure. The carburetor actually had fuel. I dumped it out, so shouldn't have to do too much with it, but put fresh gas in her. Transmission is strapped down efficiently with definitely our finest ratchet strap. Definitely not the one that was in the junk pile in that corner over there that we just found. That smile on Dad's face.
That was actually the one that was in the back of my pickup.
Oh, that's actually one of the good ones. It's like the fake carbon fiber one.
Yeah, it's junk.
Well, it also matches the transmission.
I can't believe I found that fitting so easily.
Oh yeah. Well, we're almost there, guys and gals. I got visions of U-joint caps shooting off.
Well, if it's in neutral, it shouldn't spin that bad.
That's true. Yeah, but I imagine someone's gonna get a little. There's all the tape I've been looking for. Dad keeps it in his freaking pocket. There ain't no tape anywhere in this shop. That's because it's in that man's pockets. How much tape do you have stored in your pockets?
Well, you never know when you need a little extra.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys and gals, so we're gonna continue trucking along. We ain't got a whole lot left to go. By the way, the water that was in that cylinder, when I blew all the cylinders out. Didn't see any more water in there, so should just be like residual rainwater or something.
Try to bump it?
You want to try and bump it right now? You ready?
I don't know. Gotta try it.
All right, hang on. Here we go, dude. What bump? Oh, wow. Testing for spark.
I don't know if I'm grounding good or not.
I'm going to say we got spark. I just squirted a little bit of fuel down her, and I know my hillbilly choke mechanism isn't going to work. We have to figure out a way to get that electric choke to stay open. I think she's ready to fire, Dad. All right, viewers, I want to just remind you, remember that 383 we did and everybody was doubting me and doubting our abilities? I'm starting an engine. I did the exact same thing to this 400 I did to that 383. Nothing against that 383, but I'm just saying that, yeah, this ain't our first rodeo. All right, try that. We got oil pressure?
Yeah, about 30.
Yeah. I think we're cutting out.
Look at me. Little green light's kind of flashing.
Yeah, I think we're losing. I think we got intermittent spark issues.
Look at the ground.
Because it seems to want to start up, but it's like there's something cutting her.
Yeah, see, I don't have a good.
Oh, you need to ground that. Yeah, okay. That's our issue. All right, we'll be back. All righty, Kimosabi. We should have a good ground now. It should be time to rock and roll. Ready.
Whoa.
Very slow.
I'd come your way. Come up with it. Ready?
Yeah. Scooch more.
You got over 50 pounds of oil pressure so far.
That's good. Alrighty, so we got fuel in the carburetor. We've checked timing and all that other stuff. We got a fresh coil because our old coil was getting a little smoky. Right, Dad?
Yeah. Sounds slow.
Yeah. Well, that was a success. All right, add the old cool Excel chrome coil to the junk coil list.
I'll let take it handy.
Leave it in the swap meet pile for when we go to No Name. That way, if someone needs a coil, it's like, oh yeah, we got this really cool old Excel. It looks awesome. And it definitely always works. Yeah, a little bit of timing to play with. And we don't want to run it too long. We ain't got no water or coolant in it, but it is awesome to hear this thing. I don't know how it sounds on camera, but it sounds kind of stock.
Sounds pretty stock.
Which is fine. As long as she runs and she holds coolant.
Sounds pretty smooth.
Yeah. What was the oil pressure? You said like
75 pounds.
Oh, no shit. Wow. Yeah, Kirk, when he had the borescope in, he said the cylinders look great on it, so I'm happy. So, again, just for the viewers, remember that 383? That thing, the reason why you never saw anything more on that 383 is because I started to dissect it, and every single valve guide was worn out. It's basically bored itself out 8 or 9 thousandths in every single hole with the ring ridge. Well, yeah, so basically that engine is just worn out. It may have run, but clearly an engine that's in better health, you can see. Yeah. Because these are the same plug wires and a lot of the same stuff that was on that engine, more or less. So, sweet, Dad. Gonna have to try this. I don't know, but yeah. That's Dad and I's secret handshake for when we get a frickin' victory, which is what we have been needing. So now, well, we don't know if it holds water yet, actually. We shouldn't get too excited. And we don't have a radiator handy that, well, holds water still. But you know what? I think that's a heck of a victory. So we're going to let this thing cool down, and then we're going to probably fire it up one more time from a different angle in hopes that maybe it doesn't sound as turd-like. So, here's that. Alrighty, guys and gals, so we heard her run, and now we got the big door open because, well, good Lord bless us with some beautiful weather. And Anna showed her face finally. She must be done watching the anime or whatever the heck it is you do.
It looks quite impressive.
So it's Anna improved? Even the matching green ratchet strap holding the transmission?
That is classic. That is a classic detail. You cannot go wrong with a matching ratchet strap.
And it's totally not fake carbon fiber. Check that crap out. That distributor is so stiff to turn. I'm just...
That's the wrong O-ring on it.
Well, it's just stiff. For it. Alrighty, so now we're gonna just fire up one more time for you fellers and non-fellers, so let's give her a shot, Dad.
Let's see what happens.
We don't know how much fuel we got left in her. Well, I can tell we got some timing work to do just because it was kicking back right there.
It's a little fast.
Yeah, pause that. We dialed her back just, go. We got her dialed back just a little bit, so. To quote the legendary Borat, very nice. Oh, that's fantastic.
That, you know, Tall John would kind of do that. Remember, he'd take it down to where it started.
Yeah.
And then he'd come back just a little bit.
That is a straight up lesson from Tall John, from Tall John's Fun Shop on YouTube. Was right as soon as the engine starts to kick back at you, it's time to move your timing back.
And give you the, what, maximum advance or whatever.
Basically. I think this is a great success, Dad. I don't think we could have done any better. I mean, in comparison to the 383 sitting behind us that just fought us for a 40 some odd minute long video. In reality, it was a week long video of filming. This thing literally fired right up.
It was ready to run before we was ready.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, that engine, nothing against it, but it just needs a lot of work. This engine, this is what we're looking for. So a little aluminum water pump maybe just to get it, of course, on the correct side, save some weight, a much better aluminum intake, a seriously considerably better carburetor. I mean, good Lord.
Sure.
It works, but we could do a lot better. And of course,
But that means you'll lose the smiley face.
oh, we'll put a smiley face on the new one. It'll be a bigger, cuter smiley face.
Okay.
Think like a demon. Big happy demon carburetor. That's like a 650 or 600.
You're going to have to come up with some brackets for a regular alternator.
Probably. And of course, some ungodly huge headers. Like those 2-inch appliance headers I just got in on trade. And yes, I know early B bodies are different, but we'll make them fit.
You'll make them fit.
We'll make them fit. Because Jezebel also has a set of early B body headers in her that technically fitted to hers, so.
You know what Grandpa Norm said.
That is true. Pay them engineers millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And we think we can do better.
Figure out the right cam, and then we always mess it up.
That is true. She is running pretty smooth, but I know in the next time you'll see us, we're definitely going to get that oil pan off and see if this thing's got a forged steel crank or what's going on inside. It does run pretty dang smooth now, so I'm going to say if they did change the crank, at least they did a balanced job. Because it is a 73 400, but Anna, what do you think?
I think it makes a nice rumbly sound that makes me think of dragons.
That would be the low compression nature of it. And the exhaust manifolds.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You asked me what I thought. That's what I think.
Rumbling.
Yeah.
Positive. Holy crap, Anna and I changed places. That's because I want to thank you guys for checking out this video, and I also want to just state something. I am not growing a mullet. That's just how my hair's looking right now. Seriously. I do not dig my sister like that, okay? And no offense to Dana, my real sister. Just not into that kind of stuff. So, as always, guys, we want to thank you for watching this video, and we hope you enjoyed. So, as always, look forward to seeing the next one. Anna?
Bye-bye.
Dad?
Bye-bye.
Alrighty. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.